And she said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "What are you doing here?" She said, "They cast me as the mother last night." I said, "Really? I'm auditioning for the son." "Oh, so shall we tell them?" "I don't think so." My dad actually wasn't successful and famous, and no one associated Shirley, who was a movie star. She had 3 young boys, but, I was 19. And although I was out of high school a year and a half, I looked a lot younger than I was. And the character Keith was supposed to be 16. And they didn't care that I could play, even though they knew I could play. On the screen test that we did, I actually played a few licks. They had a Stratocaster and a live amp, and I got them to hook it up. The other kids didn't, the other actors that I worked with. In my group were Susan Day. Dave Madden had not been cast at that point to play Reuben, and Shirley and Susan and I and another young actor and actress who I'll never know who they are. They did the screen test, and a couple of weeks later, I got the news that I was cast as Keith, and I thought, man, I'm paying my rent next month. Yeah. As with all pilots in television, you don't know if it's going to get sold. So we did the pilot, we shot it, and actually shot in Las Vegas for a day or two at the very end of 1969, last week of 1969. And the show was picked up in, March, April, and I began recording, but I had to audition with my guitar because they had a record producer named Wes Farrell, and Columbia Pictures Screen Gems at the time owned a record company called Bell Records.